Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Ranger Flame, and welcome everyone back to Boruto Naruto Generations, episode 44 here today. And this episode was a little bit interesting. Kind of with these episodes so far, I feel like it's just kind of one step closer to a big episode, or what these Byakuga gang members or clan are leading up to. It's definitely that. It's just kind of one of these building up to something big, and we definitely see a lot of that here in today's episode. With today's episode here today, guys, it's more kind of, I guess, like kind of a serious tone here. The Byakuga clan are spread out throughout all the Hidden Leaf right now. They're just kind of a little group that, hey, they robbed a bank and everything like that, but they became something, more now, as we've seen, in this episode. It captured all, the Hidden Leaf, the village attention. It's been on TV and etc. like that. Kind of what they're planning, like in this episode of what we saw last episode, was them, stealing like the bank or whatever and giving it to the, people that are poor. Of them fixing this water mechanism so that they can get water. They're broadcast on TV saying that these guys are heroes. They're like noble thieves, if you want to call them, and etc. And that's captured a lot of people in the Hidden Leaf, that these people are actually good, but they're kind of bad if you look at, like, say, the Chunin or the Jonin, ninja or whatever. But it's definitely a more motive, I guess, they're going for. Like, this is definitely more than giving people or the poor, money and everything. I feel like it's them building reputation as well. With this episode, we've seen, like, everyone. Like I said, just, like, all, like, ninja, when you look at Jonin, Chunin, and even the Genin, Boruto's, group of friends and etc. We see them at the police force right here, like the guy from last episode, the leader of the police force, that new Sarada. He's asking the Genin that, they're kind of lookouts, I guess. The Genin are lookouts. So if they ever see any of the Byakuga members or anything like that, contact the police or find like a nearby Chunin or Jonin for them to take them down and etc. So it's like kind of giving them like a lecture of them being, I guess, just lookouts in the village. If you see a guy, contact us here right away so that they could be stopped. With some members, of Boruto and etc. like that, like including, Iwabe's group or Metal Lee, or even, I guess, kind of Boruto, if you look at it, they don't want to be like kind of lookout people. Like, if they see them, they want to engage, and we do see that a little bit of Iwabe's group, of him, Metal Lee, and, Denki running into these members. We see a lot more of kind of what Iwabe's power is with, his mud wall and etc. And we see, well, Denki really didn't do anything. Metal tried to help him out, but he got injured in the process, and that's kind of what, I guess the proctor or the leader of the police force told him to do, that if they engage with these people, they'll get hurt. So we see, Metal do that. He kind of saved, Denki from being hurt or even killed him. I guess his arm being broken. That's what it looks like, his arm broken. So it's definitely a sign right there. And, Denki's, I guess, group, him, Metal, and Iwabe are in trouble from their sensei. Kind of sucks right there. But in this episode as well, that we saw with the Byakuga clan is, it's kind of a build up, a little bit of an episode. For each one, we get to see of what their kind of motives are and etc. like that. And we actually do get the character's name. We didn't get it last episode, but the member that was part of the Byakuga clan, his name is Ryogi. He's the guy that was always playing Shogi with Shikadai out in the park. Boruto and them didn't really like, the Shogi gang, and, Shikadai finally found a partner for him to play with, and it's kind of them building the relationship thing here. We've seen this in Naruto a bunch of times, and now it's coming to Boruto, of, meeting like a friend that's part of an enemy org, and you start to, build this friendship a little bit, but then afterwards they're eventually going to fight in the future. So it's definitely like a noticed part that we see throughout this. And with this episode here as well, we definitely do get more of what the Byakuga wants. It's with them helping out the poor or getting reputation, because some of the villagers are actually helping them in here. We see Boruto and his family, Himamari, is actually talking to Hinata and Boruto, that she kind of respects these people, them giving to the poor, and them, I guess, being noble thieves and etc. And Boruto supports that. But on the other case of what they're doing is they're hurting people as well, getting this stuff to help the poor. So he knows what they're going, or I guess coming from, but at the same point, you just can't hurt people like that. Like, that's not the right motive. Like, yes, I guess you're doing the right thing, but you're also doing something bad at the exact same time, so they need to be stopped. I guess the motive or whatever about villagers helping them and etc like that, it's definitely a lot more. As we've seen with Shikadai and Ryogi playing shogi in the park, we see Boruto come up to Shikadai with the new games that this scientist, I forget his name, but we see him in the movie and last episode, you know, him give Boruto these limited edition games, and Ryogi, like, off the bat, like, even Shikadai was just really surprised about this, was him asking, like, about this science research facility, and it clicks to your head like that of what their kind of motives are. It's something, I guess, in this science facility that the Byakuga clan, or I guess gang, wants. So we definitely see more, I guess, what their motive is. I'm just going to call it right there. I feel like that's what they want and why he's so suspicious about it. And, you know, Shikadai knows that he's kind of not the person he's talking about as well. You know, he's giving like kind of backstory that you would say that you are an enemy, and, you know, Shikadai realizes that, like, he just moved here not too long ago, and I feel like he knows that he's giving Shikadai false information, so we see that kind of in his eyes. It's like kind of like a 2-second clip about that, so Shikadai knows that there's something wrong. With more of this episode, we just kind of see them more about, like, robbing this little pawn shop and them kind of escaping. We see Tamari in this episode here as well, which is good, seeing old Naruto characters again. I'm glad that we get to see more of her. You know, we always see Shikamaru, Naruto, and Hinata all the time, and it's just glad seeing, I guess, more, you know, members of the old Naruto cast. So we definitely see her in this, which is cool, of fighting them off. She's actually in a fight here with the guy Yoki. She's asking Boruto and Shikadai to help, even though the Genin can't battle them, like they were told not to. But Tamari didn't really give a crap about that. She needs kind of the help that she can get just to capture this guy. Like, she doesn't want to kill him. So Boruto's helping her out right away using shadow clones. But Shikadai has doubts a little bit right here, because I feel like just earlier in this episode, when he left Shikadai and Boruto, was this kind of ice mist, which Boruto didn't sense at all. Like, I felt like it would click in their head being like, this is ice ninjutsu. He's part of this clan, and I felt like Shikadai had noticed that, but Boruto didn't, and I feel like that's why Shikadai didn't use, you know, the shadow paralysis or anything like that, because I think he knew that Ryogi was this guy that they were going after. With them going after it right here as well, we see that they kind of he tricked Shikadai, Tamari, and Boruto, which I was surprised about Tamari. I don't know why kind of Tamari fell for this. I guess it was just a villager, but he was hiding in a bush this whole entire time. But I felt like he used some sort of different ninjutsu, because we saw this guy have a little curse mark on his neck or something like, I don't know if it's a curse mark, but just a mark on his neck that I felt like he was controlling him to say, hey, he's gone that way, go follow him, he's nowhere to be seen. So I was just surprised about that Tamari didn't, like, figure that out, especially her being a Jonin and such a, like, a good ninja, that he wouldn't notice him just in a bush right in front of you. So I don't know, I was kind of surprised about that. I was just like, Tamari, like, what? You're just gonna believe some random villager or whatever? But alright, kind of what the episode was here today, just kind of more of what their plans are going. Also, we get to see that the leader of this kind of Byakuga group, I'm guessing that that's his father. We get to see that, thanks my son, he said you're welcome, like dad. So it's definitely a father-son thing right there, which I guess is kind of cool, more character, you know, development and etc like that, of, I guess, what they are. I didn't know they'd be father and son. I thought it was just like some random kid and he was just some random leader, but definitely more of that, and we're definitely going to get more, you know, like, I guess, motives of what these guys are going towards. Especially, I feel like they're the scientist research facility. There's something in that they want, and I feel like, you know, definitely maybe next episode or the episode after or anything, that's kind of what their mission is and what they're going to be going for. I hope you guys all enjoyed this review here today. With this episode here today, I'm going to just give it a 6 out of 10. It was just one of those episodes where I liked and disliked. It was just kind of like a back and forth thing the whole time throughout this episode. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching this review here today. I'll see you guys definitely next week for another Boruto review. I'm sorry that I'm a day late on this. I do apologize on that. But much love. Have a wonderful day, guys, and we'll see you all next week.